Today, I'm going to show you 7 trending accessories for summer 2026 that make any woman look rich and sophisticated. And the 7th I'm saving for the end because it's the most powerful of all. These are details that fashion professionals notice immediately and that most women never knew existed. I'll start with the most accessible: sunglasses. Trick 1. There's a look you put together, look in the mirror, and feel something's missing. The clothes are good. The bag matches, but the woman looking back doesn't quite have that presence. Most of the time, what's missing sits above the neck. The first of 7 tricks solves exactly that. Look at this before. A white shirt, brown pants, nude sandals, a put-together look, but neutral. Now the after. The same combination with oversized tortoiseshell glasses. The woman in the second look seems like a different person. What changed was the frame of the face. A strong frame, tortoiseshell, black, translucent brown, frames the gaze in a way that elevates the entire reading of the figure. Serious finish, clean design, nothing pulling in the wrong direction. Over time, this accessory becomes a signature. The woman stops looking like someone wearing glasses and starts looking like someone with presence. The second trick uses something you probably already have at home, and that, done right, transforms any look into something that seems far more planned. Trick 2. Some people think a scarf is a finishing touch. That extra detail when the look is already ready. That's exactly the misunderstanding that separates an ordinary look from one that looks like a stylist worked on it. The scarf doesn't finish. It anchors. This is the second of 7, and it's visibly bigger than the previous one. But the best is still to come. A medium or large silk, matte satin, or fluid fabric scarf creates a textile focal point. It draws attention to a specific area and delivers a layer that no clothing piece can give on its own. Look at this outfit. An off-white shirt, straight chocolate pants, and caramel boots. Beautiful, balanced. Now enters a scarf in shades of brown, cream, and gold, draped at the neck. The clothes became a look. The scarf repeated the colors that were already there. Chromatic extraction. It didn't bring a new color. It brought coherence. A navy midi dress with a cream scarf at the neck, a beige blazer with dark jeans, and a printed scarf tied to the bag strap. In both cases, the scarf didn't decorate. It closed. The third trick is an accessory so small that most women don't even consider it, but that in the right place makes a common piece look like it costs twice as much. Trick 3. Have you ever walked past a mirror wearing a blazer you love, but felt something was missing and couldn't identify what? This is the third of 7 tricks, and it solves exactly that. The brooch is back, not the grandmother's brooch. The brooch is a positioning jewel. Gold, pearl, metallic floral, sculptural. And what stylists understand about it is different from what most people imagine. Look at this plain cream blazer with straight brown pants and caramel mules. Elegant, functional, but slightly generic. Now the same look with a gold, organic-shaped brooch on the lapel. What changed? The gaze of anyone looking at you rises directly to your face. The blazer seems more expensive because it now has a signature. This is the effect of the upper focal point. The brooch doesn't decorate, it directs. A white shirt with a black midi skirt and a pearl brooch at the collar transforms a classic combination into something that seems constructed, not just bought together. For this to work, the brooch needs to have design and presence. Too small and it disappears. Plastic shine cheapens it. A rich brooch has shape, finish, and visual weight. The next trick involves a bag, and what it changes isn't just the look, it's the entire posture of whoever carries it. Trick 4. This bag isn't for carrying things, it's for making the look seem considered. Look at the mistake almost everyone makes. A woman puts together a beautiful, well-chosen combination, then throws over it a large overfull bag with zippers everywhere. The look loses. Not because of the clothes, because of the bag. This is 4 of 7, and the shift here is more subtle than it seems. Same woman, same brown tubular midi dress. With the large crossbody bag, she seems busy, rushed. Swap it for the small caramel leather pouch, small, soft, held in the hand, and the reading changes completely. She seems chosen. But it's not just the size that changes, It's the gesture. Holding a handbag instead of hanging something from the shoulder changes the posture of the entire body. The shoulder relaxes. The spine opens. The woman seems more present. The pouch doesn't carry belongings. It carries intention. A cream outfit with a chocolate suede clutch and discreet gold hoops, black wide-leg pants, an off-white blouse, and a structured black pouch. Texture, finish, shape, not shine, not rhinestones, not decoration. Few pieces, but one, clearly special. That's the principle. The next accessory is the one that most surprises beginner stylists because it seems simple but has a material reading that very few women know how to use in their favor. Before we continue, here you don't just learn fashion, you learn the invisible codes that stylists use to make a woman be seen as elegant and important. If you want to keep learning these secrets, click the button below and subscribe to the channel now. Trick 5. You just saw how a small bag changes the reading of the entire look. And now here's trick 5 of 7. And I'll admit, this is one of the ones I most enjoy explaining because it reverses an idea that most women have about jewelry. Think of this scene. Have you ever looked in the mirror with a beautiful, well-put-together look and still felt something was missing? It wasn't the clothes, it was the jewelry. Not because you weren't wearing any, but because the piece you chose disappeared into the look. When a piece of jewelry is too small for the proportion of the outfit, it doesn't decorate, it disappears. And the effect is the opposite of what you wanted. In 2026, the jewelry dominating editorials has body, amber beads, baroque pearls, natural stones, resin with volume, material you can see and feel visually. Look at this first result. A cream shirt, chocolate-tailored pants, and no jewelry. The look is right, but it's neutral. Now enters a bracelet of baroque pearls, slightly gold-tinted. The sleeve rises, the bracelet appears, and suddenly the woman seems to have made a choice. The decisive detail comes when the stone has real texture, not synthetic shine. The human eye automatically reads genuine material as expensive. Now see, an off-white dress with a necklace of amber brown and gold beads. A plain black blouse with a necklace of light natural stones and a caramel bag. In each case, the jewelry doesn't decorate. It anchors. The line between sophistication and fun costume jewelry lies in the finish. Beads that are too plastic or look childish pull the look down. The same shape, in the right material, elevates. This trick is powerful, but what comes right after touches something that few people associate with summer elegance. It's about surface, and once you understand it, you'll look differently at every bag in your collection. Before the next trick, let me tell you something. How many times have you opened a closet full of clothes and still thought, I have nothing to wear? The problem isn't a lack of clothes. It's that nobody ever taught you how to combine the pieces you already have. That's why I put together a guide with over 150 looks. Tested one by one, using only 15 pieces you probably already have at home. And the best part, you don't even need to think. Just choose the look, copy it piece by piece, and in 5 minutes, you're ready to go. The link is in the pinned comment and in the description. And if you're watching on TV, just point your phone at the QR code on the screen. Trick 6. Speaking of surface, the bag we just saw has a lot to do with what comes now. Except this trick goes one step further. This is the 6th of 7, and here enters something that confuses many people. Most think a raffia or straw bag is a beach thing, a relaxed look, a weekend piece. They put a soft straw bag with any summer outfit thinking they're on trend. They're not. What stylists understand is different. Woven bag, structured raffia, or woven leather is one of the most sophisticated materials of summer 2026. As long as the piece has structure, it's not the material that delivers the luxury, it's the construction. Look at this first result. A fluid ivory dress, caramel leather sandals. The look already works. Now, place a soft, shapeless raffia bag beside it. The entire combination drops a level. It looks like the beach. Now swap it for a structured raffia bag with a defined shape. Firm stitching, short handle. The same ivory dress becomes a European resort look. The decisive detail wasn't the color or the print, it was the firmness of the piece in the hand. A warm white shirt, straight chocolate pants, and a caramel woven leather clutch, a beige set with a sleeveless blouse, and a structured brown woven bag. Tortoiseshell glasses completing it. Rich woven material doesn't need shine. The surface already draws attention in a way that feels expensive and at the same time light. Fraying straw, loose stitching, or irregular finish throw everything away. This trick is powerful, and the seventh will surprise because it involves a type of shoe that almost nobody associates with sophistication. But when you see how to wear it, you'll want to try it this week. Trick 7. And here's the seventh. The one I promised from the beginning would surprise you, because it's a shoe that most women dismiss before even trying it. The jelly sandal and the mesh flat seem too basic to enter a conversation about sophistication. And that's exactly the point. When a trend seems too simple, most people walk right past it. But those who understand fashion know that what seems obvious in the display window can be the most current detail in the look. When you know how to position it, there's a reading that styling professionals call the lower visual closure. The shoe anchors everything above it, and when it fails, the entire look collapses regardless of how good the clothes are. This sandal, in the right colors and the right look, does the opposite. It lets the look breathe without losing presence. Look at this combination: straight beige linen pants, an off-white shirt buttoned halfway, a caramel woven leather bag, and a transparent thin strap jelly sandal. Nothing shouts, but the reading is completely contemporary, light, and sophisticated. Now swap that sandal for any old worn flat. The entire look loses its timestamp, loses its intention. The secret is this: the jelly works when everything else is impeccable. It doesn't save a careless look. It crowns a look that was already working. Avoid the rubber-looking model, primary colors, thick plastic. Prefer transparent with a thin strap, clean black, warm nude, or discreet wine. Now you have all 7. Glasses that frame, a scarf that anchors, a brooch that personalizes, a pouch that elevates the gesture, jewelry with texture, a woven bag, and the shoe that very few women know how to wear with this reading. Put one of these in tomorrow's look, just one, and watch how much changes.